Hey, there you are. Come on in, get comfortable, strap that old seatbelt on, and let's head down these life lanes and see where they take us today. This is the second installment in a series called Some of Y'all Haven't Been to Church in a Long Time, and I Don't Blame You One Bit. And I've come up with a real clever title for it. You ready? It's called The Second Installment. Huh? Brilliant? It's funny because if you consider the number of churches there are in the cities, I mean, just get in your car and take a ride anywhere. You see churches all over the place. You see them in upper scale neighborhoods. You see them in lower scale neighborhoods. You see sprawling churches. You see storefront churches. You see big churches. You see pretty churches. There's churches up the wazoo out there. It's really funny to me in some cities, in some places where on every block you'll see church, motel, liquor store, church, motel, liquor store, and this goes on for miles. And it makes me laugh because I think to myself, okay, so folks are going to the liquor store to get their buzz on, and then, or get their fade on, then they head over to the motel to get their freak on, and then after all that they head over to church to get their praise on and clear their conscience. But it doesn't work that way. We all know that. Well, I guess we don't all know it. If we did all know it, then there wouldn't be a church, liquor store, and motel on every block in some cities, right? So there's a lot of reasons that people either don't go to church, never started, or stop going to church, or whatever the case might be. And in the series, as we progress, we're gonna talk about three, probably of the most common reasons. But in this introduction, I want to share a thought with you. And that is that, a lot of folks equate church attendance to their relationship with God. So for example, there might be a real sweet, elderly, white-haired senior citizen lady who's occupied the same spot in her church for the past 45 years, except for one Sunday, and that happened to be the Sunday that her child was born. Just happened to be born on a Sunday 35 or whatever years ago. And that's the only Sunday she ever missed in church, right? She's thought of as a faithful servant. On the other hand, the person who hasn't been to church in 45 years, or maybe has never been to church at all, in some circles, that condition is seen as a backslidden state. And they'd even go so far as to say that their soul is in danger of hell. Fortunately for that faithful servant who's been in church for 45 years, they haven't encountered the kind of discouragement that might otherwise have driven them away from church, soured them from wanting to go in the first place. By the same token, it's most unfortunate for those who have had some sort of disappointment or discouragement that's happened to them in church. Because a lot of times when people get discouraged from church, they get disconnected from God as well. The truth of the matter is that a perfect or near perfect church attendance record does not guarantee a spot in heaven. And it's also true that lack of church attendance does not guarantee a spot in hell. Church is important. Church has its place. But we have to keep our perspective about these things. As we move ahead in the series, we're going to talk about three probably bigger reasons why people either stop going to church or don't start going in the first place. They are disappointment, hypocrisy, and money. I hope you'll continue to join me as we explore the series. Some of y'all haven't been to church in a long time, and I don't blame you one bit. And in keeping with the prologue message, I'd like to say bye for now and see you soon.